Good morning, I'm Loven Contracting Safety Manager. This week's Toolbox talk is on first aid. It's important to understand first aid and how to treat minor injuries. We do everything we can to prevent accidents, but if they do happen, knowing how to help yourself or your coworkers with first aid treatment is important. Familiarize yourself with the location of first aid kits on site. All Loven Contracting sites have a well-stocked first aid kit. If you missed it during your on-site orientation, please ask your superintendent where it is located. When encountering an injury, first assess the situation. Ensure that the area is safe for you to approach. If there is any ongoing danger, such as downed power lines, unstable structures, do not attempt to provide first aid until it's safe. As always, wear your appropriate PPE, including gloves and eye protection when providing aid. This protects both you and the injured person from further harm or contamination. Now we'll go over some common injuries and treatment. Cuts and scrapes. For cuts and scrapes, clean the wound with antiseptic wipes or soap and water. Apply an appropriate bandage or dressing to cover the area. Use an antibiotic ointment or cream to reduce the risk of infection. Sprains and strains. Use the RICE method. Rest, ice, compression, and elevation. Encourage the injured person to rest and apply ice if available. Use a bandage or wrap for compression and elevate the injured limb if possible. For serious sprains and strains, you might need to call emergency medical services. Minor burns. Cool the burn with cold running water for at least 10 minutes. Cover the burn with a clean, dry cloth or bandage. Don't use any oil-based lotions or creams to cover the burn. Burn gel is provided in first aid kits and works well to soothe burns. More serious burns require immediate medical attention. Eye injuries. If a foreign object is in the eye, do not rub it, rinse the eye gently with clean water, and seek medical attention if the object does not come out easily. Remember, never forget to wear your safety glasses. Splinters. Splinters suck. Splinters suck. Before trying to get out of Splinters suck. Before trying to get a splinter out, wash the area with your hands and use clean tweezers or needles to remove it. But seriously, once removed, clean the area with a bandage and apply antibiotic ointment. Keep watching it while it heals and be aware of signs of infection, such as swelling, redness, or any pus. Some splinters may be too deep and too large and may need a doctor to remove them. Remember, always wear gloves when handling products that can easily splinter. Please remember that these are treatments for minor injuries. If an injury is more severe, call for professional medical help immediately. After providing first aid, communicate the incident to the site supervisor or safety officer. Accurate reporting helps understanding the cause of the injury and implementing protective measures to avoid them in the future. It's crucial to have personnel trained in first aid and CPR on site. Think about asking your employer to provide a first aid course to improve your skills and knowledge and to better help yourself and coworkers. Remember, our goal is to create a safe working environment for everyone. Knowing how to respond to minor injuries can prevent them from escalating into something more serious. Stay vigilant, use proper precautions, maintain situational awareness, and be prepared to act swiftly when needed. When in doubt, if an injury is serious enough, call 911. That concludes this week's Toolbox Talk. As always, reach out to Loven Contracting with any questions. Have a great day and stay safe.